Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krager. This is Off Bravo, and today we are starting off with the Shattered Glass / Diaclone Ultra Magnus. We've got KFC's die stack here, Masterpiece Ultra Magnus in for Masterpiece Delta Magnus. We've got G1 Ultra Magnus in for the Takara Powered Convoy. We've got the new Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. And we've got the Generations Optimus Prime in for the original Botcon Ultra Magnus. Now, you look at all these and yeah, we've got some scale problems here. They range, from way down here to way up here. So, normally with a new format, I've been, taking the primary ones, doing some comparisons. But there's just too much scale disparity here. While this one was the original and still a cool mold, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with it, it is a deluxe size. And really, Ultra Magnus needs to be taller than that. So, I'm going to get rid of the original. Since we got rid of the low end of the scale, we're going to have to go to the high end. Now, for IDW, we said that the old leader class was where he needed to be, about where G1 is. And then the new IDW and G1, he'd be about the size of the Kingdom mold here. So, the KFC and the Masterpiece are out for scale, and the original Powered Convoy is out for playability. And so, our winner is the new Shattered Glass Collection Ultra Magnus. Now, he's pretty neat because he comes with the Delta Magnus head, so that you can pop between Shattered Glass and Diaclone. When it goes on there you go. So he can be Diaclone, and they wrote that into the new comics too, that he had a hologram okay face and then the scary face underneath. So that was a neat twist. I did leave out the white Bindi Prime because that's not really what we're concerned with Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus or with Diaclone. We want the silver, blue, and red and black, original Powered Convoy look. I usually just stick the extra head back here so that the evil head can be on the forefront. Now, what I think would have made this better if they'd actually used the new Legacy Laser Prime mold. It probably wasn't available for change at the time, but I think that would have been cool. They did add in the Laser Prime Matrix shield and sword here just to tease you. But, we got what we got. And I don't think a direct head swap would work because this mold is very limited on head space. So this would have to be scaled down to fit this mold. Alright. We'll go ahead and take a look at the vehicle mode, and then we'll go on to our next one. And here we have Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus in his truck mode. And he looks pretty cool. Looks just like the original Powered Convoy. Even got the Magna Convoy up here. So pretty neat. Yeah, I just kind of shove the head in there wherever it fits. So, yeah, the sword will hold it down. But you can attach everything with all the combat system ports. And he looks pretty good. We'll bring in Scourge again. And you see, he's a little taller, but just a little shorter than Scourge. I still think this would have been a better Shattered Glass mold to homage the original, but they went with the Kingdom mold just so it looked like the original Powered Convoy, and they could have a Diaclone mold as well. So, pretty cool. Alright, we'll come back right quick and we'll just take a quick look at Magna Convoy. And here we have the Magna Convoy. This, of course, is just the same robot as you had with the Kingdom Magnus, just with blue, black, and gray. And it looks pretty cool. And it still has the big chunk sticking out back there. But man, those yellow eyes on there just kind of pierce right through your soul. Anyway, it's still pretty cool. It fits with the rest of it. And for the most part, the trailer can stand up on its own without him, so that's a good point for it. Anyway, Alright, let's go on to the next one. Next up, we got the Communications Officer of the Heroic Decepticons, Soundwave. Now, we got the original G1 Soundwave in for the e-hobby release. We've got the Generations Ironhide in for the original Botcon release, which didn't come with the headband. You actually had to buy that separate. And then you got the new Shattered Glass Collection Soundwave here, based on the Kingdom Soundwave. So between the three, G1's out for playability. Between the original Botcon and the new one, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know my feelings on this mold. I can't transform it without it coming to pieces, and it's kind of a clunky mold anyway. Fix his torso here. It's kind of a clunky mold anyway, and you really don't get the payoff for the time you spent transforming it. Yeah, that one's out because this is just a much better mold. And so our new winner is the Shattered Glass Collection Soundwave. Now he is based on the Walmart exclusive Kingdom Soundwave here. And so if you couldn't catch the Walmart exclusive, you can enjoy this mold with the Shattered Glass Collection. And they did change the head sculpt. They did add the headband as a permanent item on the head, so it won't come off, you won't lose it, and it stays there in transformation. But otherwise, it's the same mold as the original Kingdom. Alright, we'll take a look at the tape deck mode. And here we have the Shattered Glass Soundwave in his tape deck mode. It looks like a tape deck, so got that. And of course everything stows. You can have the gun as an antenna and things like that, or you can just take it off. And here he is next to the Walmart Kingdom release, and see they're pretty much the same. The antenna for my Soundwave got donated to Ironhide a long time ago. So yeah, pretty much the same. There's actually a little less detail because they don't have the record battery over here, and a little less paint apps because most of it's just white and blue. But pretty much the same as far as this view. The only real change is the head sculpt, so the tape deck mode is going to be the same. Alright, let's take a look at the cassettes he came with. The first one we're looking at is the Shattered Glass Laserbeak, and he looks pretty good. They did use the Siege release, because here's the Siege. I guess they didn't use the updated mold just because of mold dispute with Walmart. That's my guess. No data behind that, but that's just my guess. The only other official release of the Shattered Glass Laserbeak was the guitar version that was released with the Knights of Unicron set. And looking between the two, yeah, the new one is nicer, and plus it's a data savings device, which this is a guitar. So our Shattered Glass Laserbeak is the Shattered Glass Collection's Laserbeak. I would like, the updated version, but this one will do. Let's go on to the next one. And finally, we're looking at Shattered Glass Ravage. He's a really fun and funny character that speaks in internet speak, and he is just great. Honestly, he's probably the one that really got me into the Shattered Glass stuff, and then just the rest of the world was just pretty cool. So, I have left off all the Beast Wars repaints and repurposes just because I'm more concerned with the actual data storage modes, so we've narrowed it down to these 4 molds. We've got the Shattered Glass release here. We've got the MMC release here. We've got the G1 Ravage standing in for the e-hobby release, and the Generations Ravage standing in for the Botcon release. Now, scale-wise, the MMC is much too big, and the G1, just because he needs moral support to stay standing, I'm going to remove him for playability. And so we're down to the Shattered Glass Collection and the Botcon. Between the two, for scale, the Botcon wins, because most of the cassettes are one size smaller than the scale they're in, just because they have to fit inside a Soundwave. So for scale, the Botcon wins. Now, he may be hard to get a hold of, especially since this one was kind of hard for me to get a hold of. I suggest a custom. I used the Bumblebee Ravage for mine, because he should be shell forming by now. So, it's pretty easy repaint, just blue shins, blue guns, and a couple blue dots on the shoulders, and yellow eyes. Otherwise, everything else is spray painted white. So, it's a pretty easy custom, and you can have something that's closer to scale than the Shattered Glass collection. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this up. And that's it for today with our Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus and our Shattered Glass Soundwave. So, thanks for joining us today on the AB Scout Project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below, although there aren't too many left. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.